And welcome, wrestling fans and WWE Universe, here to Tim Reynolds Show's live play-by-play here for WWE Monday Night Raw. And ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is on March 9th, 2026, as we get ready here on the road to WrestleMania, as we are just 40 days away from the grandest stage of them all, returning to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. But tonight, for Monday Night Raw, we are in the beautiful Seattle, Washington area as we get ready for what should be an incredible Monday Night Raw, as we see the new Men's Intercontinental Champion Penta arriving to the arena as he gets ready for his first title defense here tonight against the original El Grande Americano. And ladies and gentlemen, how about the Women's IC Women's Intercontinental Championship #1 contender gauntlet match, as we see Asuka and Kairi Sane arriving here to the arena here today. And also arriving to the arena, it's Oba Femi as he gets ready for a huge matchup here tonight with Rusev, as we see Rusev arriving to the arena also here tonight. And here is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk, ready for Monday Night Raw here tonight. Thank you, wrestling fans and WWE Universe, and welcome here to Tim Reynolds Show's live play-by-play. And here's what happened last Monday.
About Seth freaking Rollins.
What's going on, guys? Yep, Mike Evans to the 49ers. I hate it. I hate it.
And therefore stole the main event of WrestleMania from Logan Paul. The next time we are going to stomp Seth Rollins' ass out. All right. The Vision's upset. We get it. Seth Rollins should be left to me because he is not medically cleared to compete. So if you please, leave the ring and let me carry on with my broadcast. Hey, look out!
And that's what we would see last week, as it looked like a planned distraction, as we see the Vision separated, as Logan Paul and Austin Theory went after Masked Man that showed up here. And then when one looked like they were going to confront Paul Heyman, it was none other than Seth freaking Rollins, who made his return on Monday Night Raw, and the chair shot to the back of Paul Heyman, as we see Seth Rollins must have been so happy to get a little payback there on the former Visionary. And oh my goodness, as we see there, the Visionary himself, Seth Rollins, stomped the hell out of Paul Heyman, who needed medical attention. And oh my goodness. And after what happened last week, when we seen LA Knight drive off in an ambulance and the Usos come to attack the Vision as well, what other chaos will be in store tonight in Seattle for WWE Monday Night Raw?
With our general manager, Adam Pearce, in the ring. Good evening, Seattle.
Woohoo! General Manager Adam Pearce kicking us off.
Normally, I'd be out here to enthusiastically welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw, but tonight, I have some unfortunate business to attend to.
Oh boy.
Unfortunate in the sense that it's time to have a conversation with somebody that's made himself well known over the last month or so. Somebody that I happen to know is in the building tonight. So Seth.
Oh! Yeah!
Seth, I know you're in the building tonight because the Vision is in the building tonight, and it's time for you and I to have a talk face to face, eye to eye. So please join me in the ring.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find out here if Seth Rollins will answer General Manager Adam Pearce. And what, another hooded masked man? on top of the desk here looking at Adam Pearce.
You can take the next.
Uh-oh, and there's more as we see the arena completely surrounded by masked men in black hoodies and black pants. What is going on here? Talk about chaos. And one of these men have to be Seth Rollins. But oh, look, now they're all getting in the ring.
Well, good luck figuring it out, Corey. This is like an Uber shell game.
And it is Seth freaking Rollins here tonight on Monday Night Raw. What's up, Mr. Fulton?
We've known each other for a long time. I didn't need any of that, but I do need to talk to you. Listen, we see eye to eye. I do not like the Vision.
Whoa.
I don't like them. But it's not my job to like or dislike people. It is my job to be the general manager of Monday Night Raw.
That's true. That is true.
So I want you to hear it directly from me. What you've been doing for the last month with all the black masks, it's unacceptable. Hear me out. Not because I don't think the Vision deserves it. Yeah, I think they deserve it, but because, Seth, you had surgery less than 5 months ago. So I know you know how dangerous it is, what you've been doing week in and week out. And yeah, the drive-by attack and the escape, it's worked every time. But let me ask you this. What happens when it doesn't?
Ooh, good point. Good point, Adam Pearce.
You get away, or you have other guys in masks. I understand it. I understand it, but I don't like it because there's going to come a time when you don't get away.
Uh-oh.
And when the Vision gets their hands on you, then what happens? And have you thought
Good
about
question.
that? Because you're not medically clear. So the way
Good
I
question.
look at it, best case scenario, you and I come to an agreement, we nip it in the bud, we stop it now. Because I'm telling you as a man, the worst case scenario is that they get their hands on you. And when they do get their hands on you, that worst case scenario means it's the end of Seth freaking Rollins.
That's a 101 true RP.
Oh, boy. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, interrupting General Manager Adam Pearce, it's Logan Paul and Austin Theory of the Vision.
The end of Seth freaking Rollins. Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and that when is now, because we are about to beat the brakes out of all of your masked minions. And the biggest moron out of all of you, Seth freaking Rollins. Seth,
Oh, boy.
there's a bullet with your name on it.
Oh, really?
We don't give a damn how many masked idiots you got.
Okay.
They're gonna take it for you. So I guess consider this worst case scenario.
Uh-oh, and the masked men step inside the ring, now with Rollins, now disguising himself, and now nobody knows who Rollins actually is. And now as all these men scatter, where will the Vision go now and look after or go after Rollins? And now they are pissed off at Adam Pearce. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, look who else is here on Monday Night Raw. It's the megastar, L.A. Knight. Yeah. It looks like he's not here for talking. It looks like he's here for action. And now it's Logan Paul, LA Knight going after each other here as we see Jimmy! LA throw Logan into the barrier! And now Austin Theory going after LA Knight in the ring. But LA Knight now retaliating with right hands to the forehead. Oh, but there's Logan Paul from behind. And now the numbers game catching up to the megastar here. And oh my goodness! Look who's making their way to the ring now. It's none other than the World Tag Team Champions, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. And the Usos are here for backup as they take out Austin Theory and Logan Paul, and the right hand from Jimmy Uso, and the big right as they battle back here. The super kick from Jay, and a super kick, double super kick. And look in here goes the clothesline from LA Knight on Logan Paul. Oh boy, oh boy. And now, as we see here, Austin Theory saving Logan Paul here. Yikes. Oh boy. What's up, Keith? How we doing, buddy?
Couple of weeks for that group.
I said, day one is just me, Oos. Okay, day one is just me, Oos. Okay, day one is there are a lot of people who can put it down like this. Yeet, 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 yeet. And how about what a way to kick off Monday Night Raw as we see the Vision confront Seth Rollins after General Manager Adam Pearce tried to get some sort of reasoning with Seth Rollins after these surprise attacks on the Vision over the last few weeks going back to Elimination Chamber. But unfortunately, LA Knight came out looking for a fight with the Vision's Austin Theory and Logan Paul after Seth Rollins was able to escape using his hooded black masked men all around him in sort of a maze to confuse everybody. And then we would see LA Knight, the megastar, come out to confront the Vision and attack Logan Paul and Austin Theory. And as the numbers game would add up with LA Knight here to kick off WWE Monday Night Raw, that's when we would see the World Tag Team Champions, the Usos, make their way out to the ring to help out their friend LA Knight as they now have the numbers game in their favor. 3-on-1 as they look to hit Logan Paul with the 1D, but Austin Theory saves his friend and his faction, his Vision faction partner, Logan Paul, for the time being. But what a way to kick off WWE Monday Night Raw. It did look like Adam Pearce, the general manager of Monday Night Raw, wanted to get some order here and some things answered by Seth Rollins, who was here tonight on Monday Night Raw in Seattle. But unfortunately, we didn't even hear a word from the Visionary as we see the Vision come out and interrupt General Manager Adam Pearce as he's trying to get some sort of order here on the show and on Monday Night Raw. But as we head to the road to WrestleMania, what does this mean for Seth Rollins? Will we see him at WrestleMania? Or is it going to look like we're going to have a crash course here where we see LA Knight and the Usos teaming up to go up against the Vision either here tonight on Monday Night Raw or possibly at WrestleMania? We're going to have to wait and see, but I am excited to see when we'll see the World Tag Team Championships defended here shortly, especially with both of the Usos coming back now fully healthy. I'm really excited to see what World Tag Team title match they'll have at WrestleMania. All right, how we doing? What's up, Jeffrey? Ryan Blaney, that's right. Got the big victory yesterday in the NASCAR Cup Series. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream with us. Hey, guys, we set records yesterday here on Tim Reynolds Show with our best NASCAR live stream we've ever had. As a matter of fact, it was one of our best live streams we've ever had here on the channel. So just want to say thank you to everybody who came and hung out with us yesterday for the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series race there at Phoenix. And man, at Phoenix Raceway, it's always chaotic, always crazy, and that's exactly what we've seen. And we finally got got a new winner in Ryan Blaney and the number 12 Ford Mustang there for Penske Racing. But guys, we're waiting to get back from our first commercial break here on Monday Night Raw. Thank you, wrestling fans, for hanging out on the channel. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. By the way, guys, audio okay? Everybody hearing everything okay? Hope you're liking the new setup here, guys. We're streaming now from the computer a little more often here instead of the vertical live stream. So a little bit of a different setup here. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Welcome to all of our regulars here in the chat. Blaze Machine, Keith, our moderator. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing good tonight. Jeffrey, how we doing, my man? I've been watching your live stream since yesterday. Heck yeah, Jeffrey. Hope you enjoyed it yesterday with this man, Blaze Machine. I can't believe. Hey, Blaze Machine, they didn't want to pay him, man. Kenneth Gainwell signs with the Kansas City Chiefs. And guys, don't forget, right after this live stream, we'll be talking about the day one of NFL free agency, recapping all the moves that have happened up until tonight. So we'll be sure to live stream that right after this one. And it's the Usos backstage.
I know you're trying to leave. Can I just have 2 seconds? Listen, it looks like you guys find yourselves on the same side as Seth Rollins and LA Knight against the Vision. I was just curious if you could...
I don't give a damn about no Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, Austin Theory. They all the same to me. They got to get got, though. You feel me? Let's go. We got receipts to hand out. You feel me? Come on, man.
Listen, wait, just one more thing. You know, Jay, I remember a time that you and CM Punk were actually friends. Do you have anything to say about his comments to your cousin Roman Reigns last week regarding your family?
I ain't got nothing to say to CM Punk. Forget him. Let's go. Hold on. Maybe we do got something to say.
Uh-oh. And it looked like the Usos were about to leave the arena. It does look like maybe they've got something to say to the World Heavyweight Champion, especially after the drastic comments from last week to the Men's 2026 Royal Rumble winner, the OTC Roman Reigns. Yikes, guys, that was crazy. All right, thank you, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, our first match coming up next here on Monday Night Raw is scheduled for one fall, and it is a #1 Contenders Women's Intercontinental Championship Gauntlet match. And introducing first, it's Lyra Valkyria! Woo! Woo! Woo!
Woo! Whoever her opponent will be. Lyra, the inaugural Intercontinental Champion of the women's division. We love another opportunity at that title. Remember, when she lost to Becky Lynch back at SummerSlam, she could never face Becky for the Intercontinental Championship again. But when Becky lost the title to AJ Lee, back in Elimination Chamber, all bets were off.
And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, and making her way out to the ring, her opponent here in this Women's Intercontinental Championship Gauntlet match, it's Io Sky!
This is the first women's gauntlet match on Monday Night Raw in over 4 years.
Wow!
Become the #1 contender to AJ Lee's.
How about that, guys? This first #1 contenders first gauntlet match on Monday Night Raw in over 4 years. So interesting to see what's going to happen here.
Once one match ends, the next immediately begins. No rest for
So talk about a great way to start here, man. And two of the women who I thought would be very good contenders for this women's IC gauntlet match. It's Io Sky taking on Lyra Valkyria to start us out. Very, very interesting here. Now, if you got to think, man, I think the genius of the Sky here, Io Sky, could definitely be a serious contender here in this gauntlet match. She's most definitely a fan favorite. So Lyra Valkyria is coming in as the underdog here as we get ready to start this match.
She faces Jade Cargill now for the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Io Sky trying to earn an opportunity at a title match. What type of strategy do you apply when it comes to the the gauntlet, especially starting things off. You're going to try to look for quick pinfalls, any sort of opportunity to...
All right, so here we go, a tie-up in the middle of the ring as we get everything ready for you guys here. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe as we get a tie-up, a kick to the gut here by Io Sky.
Team Gauntlet last year, Io Sky.
And now Lyra Valkyria tied up here. She rolls through that arm there. And oh, a nice snap near takedown here. And oh, look at that beautiful counter by Io Sky right into that wrist lock once again. So now Lyra trying to reverse it here, and she does. And oh, a nice monkey flip there. But oh, Io holds onto the wrist and able to lock it in once again. So a nice wrist lock here. Lyra having to find a way to roll through once again. A nice bridge there and a nice turnaround here. Good use, and oh, the slam there to Io Sky, and now the wrist lock. But oh, the nice scissor hold there breaks that wrist lock by Io Sky. And now both of these women going at it here. And you can see the intensity on the face of Lyra. And Io very loose here. And now we see Lyra with a side headlock here on Io Sky in the middle of the ring as she tries to control her opponent here as Sky tries to battle out of it. Lyra able to cinch in that headlock here a little tighter. And now in the corner, Io Sky fighting out of it, slamming Lyra into the corner. And now throwing her into the corner, jumps over Io Sky. Lyra now off the ropes here, ducks under the clothesline. And Lyra, oh, and the spinning heel kick connects. And the cover here on Sky. And a kick out at 2. So a beautiful heel kick there, spinning through the air is Lyra Valkyria, connecting that to the head of Io Sky. Able to kick out though. Now Sky up on the shoulders of Lyra, able to counter, and now Lyra thrown into the ropes here, and Sky able to run into the ropes herself. A nice cartwheel backflip there, and oh, takes down Lyra with that trip there, and the front drop kick drops Lyra. And Valkyria in trouble here as Io Sky's got the crowd here in Seattle right behind her. And now the Masters of the Sky, thrown outside the ring here. And now Lyra off the ropes, and went for that front drop kick. And Io back inside the ring, but not for long, as she carries that momentum diving through the middle ropes and takes out Lyra Valkyria. A beautiful move from Io Sky, and now throws Valkyria back inside the ring.
New NXT Women's North American Champion.
So here we go, guys, as Io Sky makes her way back up to the top rope here. Lyra jumps up to the middle rope and catches Io Sky. Oh, and bounces her off that top rope with the throat. And now Lyra off the ropes here, and that front drop kick takes out Io Sky. And now Valkyria with the momentum here. Can she sustain it? We're going to find out here tonight as we continue with this matchup coming up after these commercial breaks. And guys, can we see which one of these women will be able to make it all the way to the end of this gauntlet match? The first women's gauntlet match on Monday Night Raw in over 4 years. And we will determine who the new #1 contender will be for the Women's Intercontinental Championship here tonight on Monday Night Raw. So it's going to be incredible to see what happens, and I'm excited for it, guys. So once we get back from these commercial breaks, make sure you let me know here in the comments, guys, who are you rolling for here in this gauntlet match? We'll make sure to keep you updated on who the match is right now. We have Lyra Valkyria versus Io Sky, and still 4 more women remaining after these 2 women here in this #1 Women's IC gauntlet match here to determine the new #1 contender. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. If you guys have any wrestling questions or sports questions of any kind, don't forget to hit me up in the chats here with those super chats. And don't forget to sign up for our channel memberships as well on my YouTube channel. You guys can also help out the channel by donating a little amount if you want to click the link at the top of the page, or anything you guys can do, including hitting that like button and just subscribing, makes a hell of a difference. So I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with us here. All right. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Talk about crazy NFL free agency going on today. I've got so many videos to make. So many videos. Bum, 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 bum. All right, got a few more seconds, guys, as we get ready to come back here from commercial break. For WWE Monday Night Raw, hope you guys are enjoying the live stream thus far. Really appreciate y'all. Okay, doing good. Vertical stream's not too bad.
Intercontinental Championship. This is the first two women to compete in the gauntlet, Lyra Valkyria and Io Sky.
Oh, and a big right hand from Lyra, and then a right elbow there from Sky. As these two women battle it out, Io Sky with a couple of right hands there to the chin, and the uppercut connects from Io. And oh man, a spinning back kick and a kick to the chest there by Lyra, but a nice counter from Sky. Oh, and that backbreaker connects. And that's a butterfly backbreaker there from Io Sky. And now she's looking to put this matchup away. And Sky, oh, connects with the Meteora in the corner. And now Lyra could be in trouble as Io Sky heads to the top rope here. But Lyra catches her, grabbing the ankle of Io Sky and dropping her down off the rope. And now with the right hand after the kick to the gut, Lyra in control, throwing Io into the corner here, and Io able to counter outside on the ring apron, and oh, connects with that kick, and now Io fired up. Up to the top rope here, Io Sky, but wait a minute, here comes Lyra, jumping up to the middle rope here, and now beating down on Io here, and Lyra looking for any momentum she can get. But this is a dangerous spot being up here on the top rope as Io Sky battles back here. Up on the top, Io, and roll through looking for the powerbomb. Oh, but a nice backflip there by Lyra. Oh, and she connects with the Enziguri to Io Sky. And now, oh, Lyra off the ropes, and oh, connects with that DDT as she rolls through here. And what is this? Oh, wow! And a beautiful move there. And a kick out there by Io Sky. And that was a fisherman suplex there by Valkyria, as Lyra almost was able to win this one, man. And a little slip up there on the ropes as she went for that DDT, but she was able to connect with most of it. And then following it up there with that fisherman suplex, she almost had Io Sky beat. And now Lyra waiting, looking for her spot here to take down Io. And the roll through here, Lyra picks up Io on her shoulders here. Valkyria looking to finish this matchup. Oh, but wait a minute, Sky counters and the stop with both feet to the chest of Valkyria. And now, oh! What a beautiful kick there by Sky. And it's a buzzsaw kick. It drops Lyra. And now, from the top rope, Io with the moonsault. It connects the cover. And Io Sky defeats Lyra Valkyria for the first winner here in the Women's Gauntlet match.
Another heartbreaker for Lyra. Yeah, Corey, guess what? You can say that again. The powerhouse of the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez. We heard what she had to say last week. She's been focused on this match. Liv Morgan, of course, with an opportunity. The world champ Stephanie McCare at WrestleMania. Raquel Rodriguez would love to be Intercontinental Champion come WrestleMania. That was great defense there by Scott. Absolutely right. Here comes the genius of the Sky.
And now, diving through, but Io just got caught by Raquel Rodriguez, but Sky able to counter with a couple of right elbows to the much bigger Raquel Rodriguez. Oh, but a huge back elbow connects, and now the clothesline to Io Sky.
Corey, this woman has been red hot in recent months. I agree with you. Raquel doing some of the best work of her career, improves week after week.
So now Raquel, and connects there with that spinning slam off the middle rope, and Sky able to grab the bottom rope, and Io just able to get there to avoid the 3 count. And after that big matchup here at the beginning, Lyra not able to survive. Io got the victory, but now she's got Raquel and able to counter here up on the ring apron, ducking under that right hand, and Io hangs up Raquel neck first on that top rope. So now Io has the opening she needs. And off the top rope, and Raquel able to move out of the way, and Io got caught as she gets tackled and just slammed over. And talk about the power from Raquel Rodriguez as she just straight up tackled and speared Io Sky across the ring, tossing her across the ring. And now Raquel Rodriguez is in complete control of this matchup here. Will she be able to move on in this women's gauntlet match to determine the new #1 contender for the women's IC title? Well, we'll have to wait and see after these commercial breaks. All right, thank you everybody for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. If you guys could please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate it. All right, so not too bad. We did see to start off this gauntlet match here, it was Lyra Valkyria versus Io Sky, and Io Sky was able to get the better of Lyra Valkyria, which is a little disappointing here, to be honest with you guys. If I'm giving my full honest opinion here, I honestly think that I would have loved to seen it come down to Lyra Valkyria versus Io Sky at the very end of this, because I do think that both of these women are deserving to be contenders for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. But I think Io Sky right now is really over as a babyface, so I definitely agree with the decision of her beating Lyra here to start this women's gauntlet match. But man, I gotta tell you guys, I'm really excited to see who they're gonna pick to face AJ Lee at WrestleMania, and they're also giving us enough time to build this storyline where I hope this is a WrestleMania match and not just some Monday Night Raw match that we're going to see like the week of WrestleMania or something. You know, the one thing that's really been bugging me about the whole WrestleMania thing, especially with them going to 2 nights a couple of years back, it's just been really frustrating because I think that they should have every single title defended on WrestleMania. And that used to be the case years and years back, but now they just don't usually do that. And to me, that's just always a bummer. Like, you need to have all the titles defended on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania, because why else do they have the titles if you're not going to put them on the biggest stages for them to defend the titles? So we'll see what happens here as we are on the road to WrestleMania. Don't forget, guys, to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel here on Tim Reynolds Show. All right, got a less than 30 seconds here as we wait to get back to the action here on Monday Night Raw. If you guys have any wrestling questions or any shout-outs, anything like that, guys, please hit me up here in the chat on this live stream.
Really get this show started. Rematch.
And we see here back to the action here, and Raquel Rodriguez has Io Sky here, and Sky able to get out of that move, and the uppercut there to Raquel, who's now up on the top rope here, and now Io Sky looking for something here, and the Hurricane Rana to Raquel Rodriguez! And what a move as Raquel gets tossed off the top rope. And now Io Sky heading to the top herself from from the top rope. Io Sky with the front drop kick, and it connects. And there's the kip up as Io Sky's fired up and ready to take down Raquel. And the crowd here in Seattle is behind her. The WWE Universe is behind her. And now looking for the Meteora in the corner. And what a move by Io Sky. Raquel Rodriguez is now in the drop zone. Up to the top rope here, Io Sky looking to finish this. But wait a minute, there's Liv Morgan of the Judgment Day. And oh, Sky able to get taken down off the top rope. And now we see here that the referee, and ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Women's World Champion, Stephanie Vaquer, ducking under the clothesline and connecting with the super kick to the chin of Liv Morgan, knocking her down and out throwing her across the stage there. Oh, man, and Liv Morgan is getting all beat up, but wait a minute, back in the ring, Raquel got caught, and Io Sky with the roll-up here. 2, 3, and what a victory for Io Sky! As she gets the upset over Raquel, and Raquel Rodriguez cannot believe it. Oh, and there's the big boot after the match by Raquel Rodriguez.
I told you about the chip on her shoulder. Raquel Rodriguez. No.
And oh no, Raquel throws Io Sky head first into the steel post after that big boot, and she's not done. And the big power bomb to Io Sky on the ring apron.
And finally, some officials rushing down to the ring to get this out of control and upset Raquel Rodriguez out of harm's way. And Io Sky.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
And it's Ivy Nile. And Raquel essentially just handed Ivy Nile a victory on a silver platter.
And now we see here Ivy Nile.
Looks both ways. Ivy Nile.
And Ivy Nile eliminates Io Sky.
How smart was that by Ivy Nile? It was brilliant. But the road to the top not going to get any easier for Ivy Nile. Bailey's buddy, Lyra Valkyria, not successful in this gauntlet match, but Bailey would love an opportunity in the Intercontinental Championship. She said last week, Corey, you win the Intercontinental title, you punch your ticket to WrestleMania. Bailey says she's missed out on WrestleMania, of course, last year after the attack.
And there's Ivy Nile from behind attacking Bailey as this women's gauntlet match continues. And Bailey distracted, checking on her former friend Io Sky. And now Ivy Nile looking to take advantage here. And oh no, thrown right into that steel step there. That right elbow now damaged and in trouble as Ivy Nile has complete control of this matchup here. Will Bailey be able to come back and make this a match, or will Ivy Nile get her second pinfall here in this women's gauntlet match? Well, I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but we're about to determine who the new #1 contender will be for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and it's going to be incredible to see what happens. All right, thank you, everybody, for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, got a couple of minutes here before we're back from commercial break. So if you guys have any questions, Fishing Master, what's up, man? Just seen you there. All right, guys, if you have any questions, any shout-outs, anything you guys would like to talk about, don't be afraid to ask, and appreciate you guys hanging out on the show. Boom, 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 boom. All right, just a little over a minute left to go here, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us here on Tim Reynolds Show. If you guys have any questions, let me know what's up. What's up, Brent? How we doing? Selection show this Sunday. Thank you there, Michelle. Appreciate you. Or Michael, I think. Oh, I'm sorry, Michael V. How we doing? Good stream. Thank you very much. Brent, selection show this Sunday. What do you mean by selection show? Love you to elaborate there a little bit if you could, Brent. Thank you for hanging out with us. All right, guys, we are back to the action here.
A quick victory over Io Sky, who was decimated by Raquel Rodriguez, and now taking the fight to Bayley.
So we got Bayley versus Ivy Nile here as Bayley fights back, now throwing Ivy off the ropes here. Nile able to counter, though, picks up Bayley and slams her down the cover here, and a kick out at 2. And that was sort of a corkscrew suplex there, and the power by Ivy Nile here in this matchup. Oh, Brent, that's right. March Madness NCAA selection show? Wow. Heck yeah, Blaze Machine and Brent, thanks for keeping us up to date on that. Not a huge college basketball fan myself, but what's cool to see the Florida Gators win the national championship last year. Oh, and a nice armbar takedown there by Bayley to get out of that headlock. And a big elbow there by Bayley to Ivy Nile. Ivy stumbling. And oh, a nice neck breaker there from Bayley, who's back in control of this matchup.
Bayley is starving for a championship, Corey. She hasn't held gold since she lost the WWE title at SummerSlam a couple of years ago.
And a big clothesline by Bayley. And another one connects. Ivy Nile right back up. Ducking under the clothesline. Bayley connects with the back suplex there. Dropping Ivy Nile. And now picking her up here, Bayley tossing Ivy Nile onto the ring apron. And oh, what a beautiful twist of fate there. And the big running knee to the side of the head of Ivy Nile. And now Nile's in trouble here. Bayley up on the middle rope, looking for that big elbow drop, and it connects the cover here. And a kick out at 2.
Very impressive here tonight. Great display of grit.
And a great comeback here by Bayley as she's now fired up trying to finish this matchup here.
For Bayley to belly.
And uh-oh, ducking underneath here, Bayley countering, rolling up, Ivy Nile the cover, and a kick out at 2. So Bayley now looking to get this finished, but Ivy Nile connects with the kick in the corner, and a German suplex connects, and now the cover. And a kick out at 2, and the frustration starting to get to Ivy Nile of American Made. And Isaac, what's up, man? Yep. Sorry to hear about that, man. Linderbaum got paid today, brother. He got paid.
You can't allow herself to get too overconfident, especially when you're dealing with a veteran like Bayley.
And uh-oh, Bayley able to counter, and the elbow connects to the back of Ivy Nile, who's now hung up on the middle rope here. Bayley, oh, and got her here, leaping to the middle rope, and now looking for a nice quick German suplex. The cover here by Bayley, and a kick out at 2. And wow, Ivy Nile was folded up like a pretzel there on that pin cover, but Bayley able to connect there with that German suplex, but it's not enough to put away Ivy Nile. And now looking for that rose petal, and oh, wait a minute, Ivy able to fight out of it now. Nile, oh, with the big kick to Bayley, and that one connects, and now Bayley's in trouble. Ivy Nile with the uppercut. Bayley in trouble here as Nile continues to dominate this matchup.
Power yet again.
And now possibly looking for a suplex here. Ivy Nile, the standing suplex here. Look at the freaking power here. The standing suplex. Bayley still in the air. Oh my goodness. What an incredible standing suplex by Ivy Nile. And oh, slamming down Bayley, and now the cover here. And a kick on it too. And wow, Ivy Nile showing off the strength here. A beautiful standing suplex for probably about a good minute. It slams down Bayley, but Bayley able to kick out, and now the right elbow's raining down by Ivy Nile. The referee has to get them separated here.
I like this ruthlessness we're seeing from Nile.
And oh, the boot to the face, and that could be the opening Bayley needs here. And Bayley up on the middle rope. And Ivy Nile connects with the boot to the chin. And Bayley could be in trouble here. A beautiful kick by Ivy Nile, who's now heading up here to the middle rope.
Without a superplex on tap.
And oh boy, Nile with the superplex, and it connects, and now Bayley in trouble again. Ivy Nile, oh, got caught with the DDT, and it looked like Bayley also got slammed down as she rolls outside of the ring. Both women look dazed and confused here.
We've said this before, one of the most underrated women in WWE today. And Ivy realizes that's what it's going to take to become...
I know Bayley throws Ivy Nile right into those steel steps. And now Ivy could be in trouble. Bayley throwing Ivy back inside the ring. And now Bayley's got to get the pin cover here. And Bayley heading up to the middle rope looking for the finisher, the big elbow. But wait a minute, Ivy got the feet up. Bayley kicked and tossed outside of the ring here.
Those powerful legs of hers to...
And now, oh, Bayley with the big elbow. And now, wait a minute, Bayley looking for a maneuver here. And oh, the elbow drop to Ivy Nile's throat. They're off the ring apron. And now Ivy Nile could be out. And Bayley looking.
A little more insurance.
And the Bayley to belly suplex connects the cover here. And Bayley gets the win. So Ivy Nile has been eliminated, but ladies and gentlemen, that is not it. Because making her way to the ring is the last woman here in this women's gauntlet match to determine the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. And it's none other than Asuka! And she's accompanied by Kairi Sane, as Asuka looks ready to defeat Bayley, and she'll be the freshest here. But Bayley, dives and takes out Asuka. Oh my goodness, what a move. Bayley already fired up here as we see Bayley now distracted, and Asuka trying to throw Kairi Sane. And uses it to distract her with that kick. And Asuka connects with that big kick to the side of the head of Bayley. And now we'll see who's able to get the victory. And oh my goodness, as we've seen a big dive through the middle rope by Bayley to start this matchup here against Asuka. What's up, Isaac? Sorry you lost everybody, baby. What's going on there, Keith? How we doing, guys? Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. I know there's a lot of sad NFL fans out there today. A lot of sad ones. I imagine so. Keith, thank you so much, man. A little bit of a slow day for us here, but hey, we're going to keep trucking away, guys. Going to keep trucking away. All right, do me a favor, guys. If you do have any wrestling questions or any shout-outs, please make sure you hit me up here in the live stream. You guys can also hit me up with those super chats if you got anything special you'd like to ask or say. And it also helps support the channel tremendously, so I really appreciate you guys. All right, all right, all right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here comes everybody asking about us. Thank you, Blaze Machine. Hard work does pay off, my friend. We're gonna keep on grinding no matter what. Gonna keep on grinding no matter what. All right, guys, we're back to the matchup here on Monday Night Raw as Bayley tries to take out Asuka. And oh, the roll-through powerbomb connects in the corner. And the cover. But a kick out at 2 by Asuka.
What an incredible gauntlet match this has been ever since the first two competitors of Io Sky and Lyra Valkyria kicked things off. Bayley understands. Win this, get an opportunity at the Intercontinental.
That'd be so cool, man.
Ticket to WrestleMania. Look at this counter by Asuka. Bayley was looking for the rose plant. Asuka counters in almost.
And now look at here, Asuka trying to counter into an ankle lock, and that's connected, and it's locked in. Bayley could be in big trouble here. What's up, Eric? Why is Creative hard on Bayley? They have been dumping on her for almost a year. I'd agree, man. Bayley needs to get back in the championship contention here, and WrestleMania is the perfect time for them to do it. And, oh, Bayley tried to roll through here. Asuka caught her, but a kick out at 2. So Bayley trying to get out of that ankle lock, and now Asuka connecting with those kicks here, and Bayley could be in big trouble. Oh, but Bayley caught Asuka, and she's got her own heel lock here, and trying to switch it up to an ankle lock, and Asuka could be in big trouble as Asuka tries to roll through to get to the bottom rope here, and she'll get there. The referee is going to force the break on that submission hold.
Stress the importance of ring awareness. Asuka recognizing she was a few feet away, but was able to get the safety of the bottom rope.
So now Asuka outside the ring. Bayley rolls outside of the ring, but you can see that ankle a little bit hampered here. And now Bayley with the drop kick there over the ring apron and takes out Asuka. And now Bayley in control, throws Asuka inside the ring here. And you can see Kairi Sane on the outside, really trying to see if she's going to help Asuka here. And oh, Asuka connects with the big knee. And now the clothesline, but Bayley enters with their own clothesline. And now off the ropes, the big running knee connects the cover here. And a kick out at 2. No, Casey, no contracts for John Cena with AEW, man. He's done with wrestling, that's for sure. And Keith says, Tim, you should be the first YouTuber to have his own booth at live events doing commentary for WWE. That'd be pretty cool, man. That'd be pretty cool. One day, I guess, right? One day.
And Bayley and Asuka exchanging blows.
And now big right elbow as these two ladies exchanging elbows, but there a spinning back fist and a spinning kick and a combination with a big roundhouse kick. Asuka the cover, and Bayley kicks out at 2. And man, Asuka keeping the pressure on, and oh, another big kick to the head of Bayley. The cover here, but Asuka not able to put away Bayley. And what the fight we're seeing here from Bayley as she continues here in this matchup.
Interpretive dance performance by Kairi Sane on the outside of the ring.
And now here Asuka back to her feet. Bayley in trouble. And oh, ducks under the running knee. The cover here. And a kick out at 2. Asuka able to get out, but going for that spinning back fist again. Bayley trying to go for the cover here. And counters into the Bayley to belly. The cover here. This could be it. But Asuka kicks out at 2. Wow. A great match here by Bayley, who's trying to punch her ticket to WrestleMania. At least I think. I don't know if the women's IC title will be defended at WrestleMania, but you hope so. So now Asuka in trouble here. Bayley heading up to the middle rope. Will Kairi Sane do anything on the outside to help Asuka? Oh, Asuka back to her feet. Knocks down Bayley off the top rope. And now the referee distracted with Asuka. And there's Kairi Sane. And Asuka distracting the referee. And Kairi Sane, will she attack Bayley? Oh, Lyra's here! Lyra with the drop kick on Kairi Sane. And now Lyra helping out Asuka. But oh, there goes the twist of fate. And now that connects, and now Bayley in control here. And oh, the big elbow drop. But wait a minute, Asuka trying to get the Asuka lock. She's got the Asuka lock locked in. Bayley's in trouble. Will she tap out? Come on, Bayley. Come on, Bayley. And there's the cover. Only one count. Is able to get out of it. Now Bayley, oh! And the rose plucked! The cover! And here's your winner! It's Bayley! And now your new Women's Intercontinental Championship #1 contender! It's Bayley! As she has earned the opportunity to now challenge AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And she's got to give a big thank you to her friend Lyra Valkyria, who was there taking out Kairi Sane. And how about this Asuka able to counter into the Asuka lock on Bayley here. And Asuka thought she had the victory, but Bayley able to counter. And the rose petal connects. The rose plant, excuse me. And what a victory for Bayley. And uh-oh, Asuka very angry here with Kairi Sane on the outside, but a celebration in the ring between Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. A big win here for Bayley.
Heavyweight Championship in a confrontation last week between the champion CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
Uh-oh, now we're getting a flashback to what happened last Monday. Acknowledge me.
Why you look so angry? I'm giving you what you want. I'm acknowledging Roman Reigns. We are on the road to WrestleMania, and the first stop is Indianapolis. And we got history here. This is where the Shield debuted. This is where I brought you to the dance.
Correction. You brought the other two, not me.
Maybe I didn't pick you, but you certainly picked me, didn't you? The main event of WrestleMania in Las Vegas, and if you ask me, I've already won. You hate me? I'm in your head. I'm under your skin, and I'm here to tell you, I can see right through you.
Oh boy.
You're right. I do hate you. But this is what you're missing, Phil. If you didn't have that title, you wouldn't even be on my radar. Phil, let's remind you real quick. We brought you back here to entertain the 30 to 40-year-old virgins that live with their mom and dad. We brought you back to sell a few t-shirts here and there.
What's up, Martin?
Back to maybe draw a house in Chicago. But we didn't bring you back to be champion, no. That's too much responsibility for you. That's too much power. That's above your pay grade. And at Mania, this backup plan, it ends. And when I win that championship, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put your punk ass on one of them John Cena retirement tours. You think you could just walk away from me? Were you done? First things first, you're all alone. Your cousins aren't with you anymore. There's no more Shield to help you do anything. Hell, you don't even have a wise man anymore. And you can't get things done when you're by yourself, can you? You can hate me all you want. One thing I won't let you do is disrespect me. You're gonna retire me? Well, brother, you went from getting beat at WrestleMania. Now I'm gonna bury you.
Oh boy.
And then you won't be all alone anymore. Because I'm gonna bury you next to your father.
I still cannot believe CM Punk said that to Roman Reigns last week. Are you kidding me? Woo! And ladies and gentlemen, we will hear from the World Heavyweight Champion here later tonight on WWE Monday Night Raw. CM Punk will be live here tonight.
World Champion live on Raw tonight. WrestleMania 42 is presented by Snickers. Snickers satisfy.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, dude. Very uncalled for.
This Friday, whether you want to relive the Attitude Era or build a brand new dynasty with over 400 superstars, WWE 2K26 puts you in control of the action this Friday. WWE 2K26, the show never stops.
And there's Penta backstage as the new men's IC champion gets ready to defend his title for the first time here tonight against the original El Grande Americano. Unfortunately, guys, we're here on another commercial break. What's up, Buddha? Look who's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Buddha's back in the house here again on Tim Reynolds Show, Tim Reynolds Show, Tim Reynolds Show, Tim Reynolds Show, Tim Reynolds Show. Oh, da-da-da. I still cannot believe that Mike Evans freaking dun 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 dun. All right, guys, today was NFL free agency day, so a lot of big moves happened around the NFL. Blaze Machine says, I think Roman will bring up Punk's dog's Larry who died. Ooh, not too bad, Blaze Machine. Probably a very good guess, if you ask me. But yeah, guys, we did see a lot of deals sort of agreed to here today in the NFL, so we'll be sure to talk about that here coming up after Monday Night Raw. Hope you guys will be willing to join us for that, and we're excited for it here on the channel, and appreciate you guys hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Oh yeah, Las Vegas.
I'm the champ, and I call the shots.
Yeah, Casey, you're right about that. The Raiders did get a really good offer with that trade with Max Crosby over the weekend. That was incredible. Talk about some really, really big moves. Shoot. Shoot.
Vegas will host the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony at Dolby Live at Park MGM on Friday, April 17th at 9 p.m. Pacific Time. Tickets on sale tomorrow via Ticketmaster. Get your tickets during today's exclusive pre-sale.
Oh, Eric, I agree with you, man. Last week's Monday Night Raw was very epic and old school. I got to admit that. I really liked last week's Monday Night Raw.
Maxine, I'm here to tell you that the truth hurts. And that hearts don't lie.
Oh, and Maxine Dupree attacking Natty earlier during the commercial break. And these two just keep going at one another.
Next level bitterness.
Ooh, and a big boot there by Maxine Dupree.
Gracias, amigo Housing. No.
Danhausen and El Grande.
Really good idea. Anyways, I noticed you were a mask. If Danhausen could get a mask too, then he could put it on. He could get double the money. It would be great. And actually, you know what? Let me just try yours on.
Look, rule numero uno, you don't touch a luchador's mask. Okay, now look, you seem like a nice guy, you got great ideas and all that, but I got no tiempo for this. I got an Intercontinental Championship match right now, so please, vamonos. Vamos. Whatever, just...
I don't know what that means.
It means you gotta go.
You want Danhausen to leave?
I gotta focus.
Oh, you don't want to join forces with Danhausen? Well, you are cursed.
Gracias. Si. And rule number dos. Cursed. A joke. Cursed.
You know what? Ask Dominic Mysterio about being cursed by Danhausen. You know, Monday Night Raw is live.
And oh boy, guys, Danhausen runs into the original El Grande Americano backstage and curses the original El Grande. I don't know what that's going to mean, but I bet you it means he ain't winning this match. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The next match here coming up on Monday Night Raw is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Men's Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first, he is the new WWE Men's Intercontinental Champion, Penta!
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first, weighing in at 87 kilos, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Penta.
You know, Penta did a lot of interviews over all spectrum this past week. Since winning his first championship in WWE, beating Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title. He talked a lot, Corey, about the 20 years of hard work, of sacrifice.
That's right, Keith. We've got Penta here. Let's get a poll going here for this next one.
Being a part of the big time, and then the year-plus sacrifice of finally getting the moment to win gold and celebrate in the ring. Talked about what it meant to his family, his children. It was such an emotional night for Penta, and he plans on defending the title with honor. If anybody can do it, it's the man with zero fear, the new Intercontinental Champion. The last time a masked luchador held the Intercontinental Championship, it was Rey Mysterio, someone Penta City idolized, as have so many in the wrestling world. And you can feel the love from the WWE fans each and every time this man steps into the arena.
Absolutely. A true rags to riches story. A man who
found himself starving in the streets in Mexico before he found pro wrestling. It became his passion. It became his
All right,
dream.
guys, get your
And
votes
dream
in
is
here
now reality.
on who you're rolling with here in this Intercontinental match, Men's Intercontinental Championship matchup. Oh, looks like we're going to hear from Penta. We don't normally get to hear promos from Penta.
Fierce, I want to say thank you. Thank you to my family. Thank you to my friends. Thank you to my company. And thank you to all my fans around the world. And thank you to everyone who believes in me. And thank you to myself because I believe in me every single day to achieve this title. This title is not just for Penta. This title is for everyone who never give up because Penta represents all those people. Penta represents the dreamers and Penta represents the fighters of the real life. This title is the result of a lot of hard work. This title is the result of a lot of sacrifice. This title is the result when you believe in yourself every single day.
Tell him, Penta. True words to live by.
And now, and together, we will make history. Because now, I'm here as your new Intercontinental Champion! Y para toda mi gente de México y toda Latinoamérica, les voy a decir una cosa. Escúchenlo muy bien. La lucha libre es como la vida misma. No importa cuántas veces pierdas, no importa cuántas veces caigas, no importa cuántas veces te golpees. Si tú luchas todos los días y crees en ti, créeme, lo puedes conseguir. ¿Y saben por qué? Porque yo soy Penta, el Cero.
How can you root against this guy? I agree with you. You can feel the passion.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent. And wait a minute! It's not the original El Grande Americano! It's El Grande Americano! And we're seeing something happen here. And you can see here, looks like the curse by Danhausen has helped out this El Grande Americano. And Penta's not too happy about it. And what happened to the original El Grande? He must have been attacked backstage. And now, this leads us to another matchup here. Or I guess I called it because I didn't change his name in the chat. But instead of the original El Grande Americano, well, apparently we're going to be getting the other El Grande Americano? I don't know. I can't really keep up with all these guys, to be honest with y'all. Yikes. All right, guys, waiting to get back here from commercial break. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out on the channel. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show. And very interesting here, guys. So after we seen earlier, the original El Grande Americano backstage was met by Danhausen. And unfortunately, it looks like Danhausen has cursed the original El Grande Americano. Now, after that interaction, when Danhausen vanished without a trace, then we would see behind the original El Grande Americano was Rayo and Bravo. And unfortunately, it looks like they may have taken out the original El Grande Americano because Penta was met by El Grande Americano, who will now take on Penta here on Monday Night Raw for the Men's Intercontinental Championship. So we'll see what happens. Make sure you guys get your votes in here. We got a little poll going here on which one of these opponents you're going with here. In this matchup here, will Penta be able to retain his title in his first title defense, or will we see El Grande Americano win his first singles title? Cause I'm radioactive. Jamming out, what do you know? Here we go on Tim Reynolds Show. Oh, guys, and we are here, and this matchup has gotten underway. As we see El Grande Americano here in this matchup here, and now Penta thrown off the ropes here, and in trouble. Penta able to jump underneath El Grande, and catches him with a kick to the gut. And that caught El Grande Americano by surprise. And now Penta in control here. So now off the ropes, Penta with momentum. Got caught, and what a beautiful Hurricane Rana by El Grande, ducking under the clothesline, and El Grande got caught with one as well. And then the kick connects there, the super kick, and now Penta in control.
Leave my wife out of this. Penta strutting his way toward the corner.
And what a chop to the chest of El Grande Americano by Penta. But a nice counter here in the corner. Caught the boot there by Penta. The slap to the face. El Grande Americano disrespecting Penta. And now hammering down right hands on the champion. And now El Grande in control and throws Penta shoulder first, or I should say head first, into that steel post. And now trying to rip off the luchador mask. The right hands hammering down on the head of Penta here. So El Grande in control. And now, what a big kick to the side of the head, the cover here, and grabbing the bottom rope, no count there. And El Grande ticked off and then kicking the wrist there of Penta.
Not their brain. That could be what happened to Penta tonight. Volunteering to take the match against someone he didn't prepare for. I talked a lot about how this title represents all of those who.
And now, the right hand there by
the Dreamers.
El Grande Americano, and Penta's in big trouble here.
Well placed elbow by El Grande.
And a nice elbow to the top of the head of Penta, and El Grande Americano in control here.
So many fans of El Grande Americano here in Seattle.
Now thrown into the corner now. Penta's in trouble. El Grande up to the top rope here. Looking for the right hands. Hammering down on El Grande, or I should say on Penta. El Grande in control, but not able to counter. Penta grabbing at the mask here. And now trying to switch it up, and he does. And now the right hand's hammering down by Penta. But wait a minute, gouging the eyes is El Grande Americano. And the cheap shot there. And now throwing Penta in the corner. And oh, what a big slap there by El Grande Americano. But Penta counters with the Enziguri in the corner. And now a beautiful move here, jumping over El Grande, and the backstabber connects.
Americano wisely rolling to the outside.
Oh, but Penta catches him with a big clothesline, and now El Grande stumbles outside of the ring. Penta now off the ropes here. Penta, oh, got caught in a big right hand by El Grande. And now Americano in big trouble here.
Submit the champion tonight. Champion's advantage.
Soy el único güey. Ayúdame.
I'm not quite sure he looks that good. I think it looks pretty fantastic. Is your monitor out?
And you see here El Grande Americano taking his time as he gets back in the ring. We go to another commercial break. And guys, there's a possibility that Penta could have got injured there. I'm not 100% certain, but you did see Luke Kaiser go to pick up Penta, and he sort of said something to him, and then the ref came and checked him out. Yikes, man. Hey, what's going on? Hey, Tim. Hope you're doing well, man. We're doing good here, keeping up with the Stardashians. How we doing? Thank you to the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. If you guys can please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you guys think of the show thus far. Don't forget to get your votes in as well on who you're picking to win this current match that is going on. And I'd love to hear you guys and your feedback here on the channel. Yep, I was worried about that, Keith. It does look like Penta actually got hurt there, which would really suck because he just won the Intercontinental Championship, and he actually just got done recovering from a little injury that he had for a few weeks. So that would be a big disappointment for WWE fans, especially right before WrestleMania. I mean, gosh. All right, not too far away here, guys, from getting back to Monday Night Raw, and I gotta tell you, I am not looking forward to the news that we're about to get, because they went to commercial break pretty quickly. You could see El Grande Americano sort of, you know, kind of dancing around, sort of pandering to the crowd and the camera a little bit. But yeah, this is not looking like good news for Penta. Right, Keith? Come on, Penta. Let's kick his butt, man. Hopefully he's okay. At least able to finish the match, right? Let's hope so. We'll keep our fingers crossed here. As we get back from commercial break, we're going to find out whether or not Penta's doing all right or not. So... thank you, everybody who is hanging out with us here today. Please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And guys, it does look like Penta is back inside the ring as El Grande Americano continues the pressure here.
I'm telling you, he got cursed by Danhausen. That's a very, very real danger we're dealing with. I don't think anybody.
Oh, and a nice counter there by Penta on that right leg of El Grande Americano. And you can already hear Corey Graves talking about what happened to the original El Grande Americano. And now here Kaiser, oh, got caught with a sling blade. And now Penta in control. And the Enziguri connects. And now dropping El Grande. And uh-oh, the handstand drop kick connects. And a signature move of Penta. And now Penta with momentum off the ropes. And oh, jumping over the top rope. Penta took out El Grande. And now Penta looking to finish this matchup here.
And they head up to the top rope. El Grande Americano, center of the
And
ring.
oh, the big crossbody connects the cover here. But a kick out at 2 by El Grande Americano.
Penta needs to find a way to keep his foot on the gas pedal. He's got Americano.
Yeah, Buddha, you're right. This is a pretty dang good match,
That might have been
man.
the last gasp from the champion. Penta again won the title last Monday.
Oh, yeah,
Talked a
Keith.
lot about sacrifice early
Yep,
tonight.
Mike Evans
And,
leaves the Bucks.
El
Travis
Grande
Etienne
Americano
leaves
knew
your
it was coming. He went
Jaguars.
to the bottom rope.
Tough day today for a bunch of NFL fans. Uh-oh, and a roll-up here by El Grande. And a kick out at 2. And now Penta gets caught. Oh, what a spine buster. The cover here. And a kick out at 2. Yeah, there's no way Buddha that Penta loses here. But what I want to know is what happened to the original El Grande Americano. It looks like Danhausen cursed him. And unfortunately, he got attacked here. And now this title match is for the other El Grande Americano. And now up to the top rope, Penta able to counter here. No, looking for the Penta driver. And El Grande able to counter, but a big boot as he runs into that super kick. And now El Grande could be looking for that Mexican destroyer.
Up to the second rope. Went for the, got caught.
Oh! And the Death Valley driver counter the cover, but a kick out at 2. And El Grande Americano cannot believe it.
Penta and Americano landing some serious offense, but neither man willing to stay down. And Penta looking to rally. But El Grande Americano has been there.
And now El Grande, what's he doing? Ripping at the mask and a big chop there. And now El Grande in trouble. Penta able to block here. But El Grande counters with a big knee. And now, oh, the big code breaker to the face of El Grande. A nice counter by Penta. And now off the ropes. Penta, oh! And he connects with the Mexican destroyer. The cover here. And the springboard Mexican destroyer connects. And your winner here in this matchup, and still the men's Intercontinental Champion, Penta!
Lives for the fight. You need proof. Look no further. Catching Americano out of midair with double knees, and then is absolutely breathtaking.
Keith, you are definitely right about that, brother.
Mexican destroyer disposes of Americano.
Look, check out our boy Keith, guys, in the chat, keeping everybody up to date with what's happening. And Saddle Meadow.
Champion Penta.
Liv, escuché todo lo que dijiste la semana
Liv, I've
pasada.
heard what you said
Yo
last
vi
week.
design you when you were 20 years old, and I'm glad they did. Puedo ver lo buena que
I
eres.
see how good you are.
Puedo ver lo que has
I can
aprendido
see
de
everything
todos
you
los
learned
privilegios
from
que
the
tienes.
privilege you
Puedo
had.
ver lo que has
I
trabajado.
can see everything
Y
you've
también
worked for and
puedo
all
ver
the
todas
skills
las
you've gained from
habilidades que
training
has
with the
adquirido
best.
entrenando con los mejores. Pero ¿sabes lo que me
What
molesta
bothers
de
me
ti?
about
Es
you,
no solo tu estúpida risa.
it's isn't your stupid
Lo
laugh.
que realmente me
What
molesta
really
de ti
pisses me
es
off
que
is that you
tienes
have all these
todas
tools to
las
be great,
herramientas para ser grandiosa, pero eres un ignorante
but
que
but
no las usa.
you're too
Te
ignorant to
escondes
use
detrás
them.
de una
You hide
basura
behind
de
a
hombre
trashy
y envías
man
a tus
and
amigos
send
a
your
hacer el
friends to
trabajo
do
sucio
your
por
dirty
ti.
work for
¿Estás
you.
orgullosa de eso?
Are you proud of
Para
that?
que sepas, ambas
And just so you
tuvimos
know,
privilegios.
we've both
Y
had
esas
privileges.
chozas
And
de
those
barro
mud huts
me
made me
hicieron
who
lo que
I
soy.
am.
Y yo estoy
And those
orgullosa
mud
de eso.
huts made me who I
Porque
am, and I'm
mientras
proud
tú
of that
te
because you
forjabas
were
alrededor
forged by people around you with experience. I was forged in hell. Both took different roads to get here, but now we both have the skills to be here, says Stephanie Vaquer. Heck yeah, Keith.
The funny thing is, Liv, I can see more in you than you see in yourself.
I can see you are a fierce opponent, a worthy opponent. But, on the contrary, you see yourself as just a cheap blonde. Ooh. You always take the easy way to get the championship.
You better bring all your years of training with you when you step in the ring with me, because at WrestleMania, I will bring the
blood, sweat, and all my experience.
And I will use
it
to continue making history as your women's world champion.
And a big statement made by Stephanie Vaquer.
Behind my friends, at least I have
There's
friends.
Judgment Day.
You gotta be kidding me. You know what? Don't even be upset, because we're gonna get Stephanie back at what she did, and we're gonna get you back in the title picture.
Hey!
This is good. Dominic.
Have you guys seen Finn?
No.
I haven't seen him all day. You know what? I'm gonna find him.
Yeah.
All right? You know what, guys? I gotta go out to the ring. There's something I need to get off my chest.
Okay. Do you want us to go with you?
Of course. Yeah. I'll be right there.
Alright, guys. Looks like we're about to hear from Dirty Dominic Mysterio, either coming up next or at some point here on Monday Night Raw. So, gonna be really interesting to see what happens there. After that video there from the Women's World Champion, Stephanie Vaquer, who tells Liv Morgan that she better bring all of it at WrestleMania when she tries to continue to make history by still retaining her Women's World Championship, as the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble winner, Liv Morgan, will take on Stephanie Vaquer on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania. But the big question is what's going to happen to the Judgment Day after we see that video. Liv Morgan upset, definitely expected that, but then Dirty Dom walks in asking, where is Finn Balor? And Finn Balor's not in the clubhouse, so where could he possibly be? I don't know. JD McDonough says he's going to go look for Finn, but it does look like that Dirty Dominic Mysterio is heading out to the ring to get something off his chest. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be. And Keith, first off, love the comment there about my future ex-wife is Stephanie Vaquer. Keith, love you, man. That's so funny, dude. And then also, Crybaby Dum Dum. That's right, dude. Dominic Mysterio is definitely fits that criteria a little bit there, Keith, without a doubt, man. All right, guys, we got just a little less than a minute here before we get back to the action here on Monday Night Raw. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out on the channel. Woo! Woo! All right, guys, if you have any wrestling questions, any shout-outs, anything you guys would like to say or ask, please make sure you do so here on the live stream with those super chats, and hope you guys are doing good. Don't do that, Keith. Don't do that.
And the ring general, Gunther, what a conversation. The Undertaker Well, interviews our favorite. JBL, what stories and what rivalries those two have had over the years. Stephanie welcomes Ronnie 2K, Logan Paul and his crew. Talk about everything going on in the world. It all happens on the podcast network. Raw's in Seattle, and as always, the stars are out. That is Jose Valenzuela. He's a lightweight boxer from Zuffa Boxing in the house. Here to check out the action. Alongside a couple of Super Bowl champions.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl champions are in the house here in Seattle for Monday Night Raw.
The Jets will never have one. I don't think you actually have to win, or you can find the Jets.
There we go, Keith. Get everybody interacting here. And ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, here to get something off his mind, it's none other than Dirty Dom of the Judgment Day, accompanied by Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh, been an eventful few weeks for these three. Raquel earlier tonight, all upset after losing in the gauntlet match. Liv, of course, has Stephanie at WrestleMania in 40 nights, and Dirty Dom is only holding one championship title now. The AAA Mega Championship, which he will defend at Rey de Reyes against Vikingo. And if Dom loses, not only does he lose the championship, he has to leave AAA altogether. Oh, that would be a shame. Well, this all ties back to that curse, I'm telling you.
Oh boy, now we're going to hear from Dominic Mysterio. Wonder what he has to say.
I demand a rematch. Porque yo debería de ser el campeón. I should be your champion right now, but instead, Penta is walking around with my title.
Oh boy. Come on, Dom. It's a little much, don't you think?
And we all know whose fault it is. Finn Balor.
Ooh. Oh boy.
I didn't want to do this out here. I wanted to do this privately, but you're making me air out our laundry in front of everybody.
Looks like this could be the end of Judgment Day. And ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, it's none other than Finn Balor, accompanied by JD McDonough.
Finn Balor and JD McDonough that he wanted them at ringside to celebrate with him after he won, because much like Finn did against CM Punk, Dominic wanted to do it alone. At one point in the matchup, Dominic asked JD to go get the ring bell hammer so he could use it. Finn stopped JD and said, "Don't do this." Dom said he wants to do it alone, and it ended up with a loss. It was a heat-of-the-moment situation. I understand Finn trying to respect Dom's wishes. I'm sure Dom didn't really need the hammer at that moment, but, you know, it can all be construed however you want. You okay? Yeah, I'm all right. I know, you're all choked up after the loss by Dominic last week. I think I got cursed.
And where the hell have you been? We've all been looking for you. I hope you're here to tell me that you got me a rematch. I hope you're here to tell me that you finally talked to Adam and you got me my rematch. Huh? Is that what you got to say?
Oh boy.
Come on. You got nothing to say?
Are you done, Dom? You finished? Did you get it all out? Look, about last week, you're right. If it wasn't for me, you'd still be Intercontinental Champion. So for that, I'm sorry.
Okay. Don't know if I seen that coming.
But you see, Dom, I was trying to help.
Yep.
I was trying to teach you a lesson. See, Judgment Day, we're a family. And we're always going to have your back. You told me you want to be the greatest Mysterio of all time. And you can be. But to be the greatest anything of all time, you got to learn that sometimes you got to fight your own battles, Dom.
Yep. I call bull crap, says Keith.
Dom, for 2 years, I've been trying to help you. I've been trying to guide you. But the more I help, the more I try to lead you in the right direction, the more I realize that maybe your dad was right.
Oh! No way!
Maybe you are just a spoiled little...
Oh! And Finn Balor calls Dom a spoiled little prick, and now the shove to the face, and this could be the end of the Judgment Day. Oh, and Finn Balor is snapped! He just took out Dominic! And now Finn Balor looks like he's ready to attack Dominic Mysterio! And here's JD McDonough getting involved here! And oh, Sling Blade! And now Finn Balor taking out Dominic Mysterio! And oh no, JD McDonough just took out Finn Balor! No way! And now Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez attacking Finn Balor here after JD McDonough. Now everybody's ganging up on Finn Balor.
Listen, I'm not a massive Finn Balor fan, but he does not deserve this.
And now JD McDonough, his former friend, with the right elbow. And now, oh no, what is Dominic doing here? He's got the steel chair and the ring bell hammer. Oh, and Finn battling back with a boot to the face of Dom. The elbow, but there goes the hammer. Right to the head of Finn Balor.
Finn is out cold. Finn is helpless.
And Dominic just put that hammer in his sneaker. And now JD McDonough holding Finn Balor here up against the ropes. And oh no, Dirty Dom looking for possibly that 619 with the hammer. And right to the head.
A sickening display by this Punk Mysterio. Enough is enough. Balor is absolutely helpless.
And now Dominic adding insult to injury as he gets the frog splash from the top rope and takes out Finn Balor. And I think it's safe to say, ladies and gentlemen, that Finn Balor won't be a part of the Judgment Day anymore.
And that JD McDonough, everything Finn's done for him in his career. This kid JD McDonough is here today because of Finn Balor. He's in this business because of Finn Balor. And now he continues to pound away on Balor. Morgan and Raquel.
And you see the referees out here trying to get some order. And Dominic again with another frog splash, this time with the steel chair in between them both.
Finn Balor tried to issue some tough love to Dominic Mysterio tonight. But Dominic Mysterio did what he always does when folks that care about him try to issue tough love to him. He ends up beating the hell out of him. Look what he did to his dad. Look what he does to Balor tonight.
And the Judgment Day was down to 4. I still can't believe JD McDonough turned his back on Finn.
Welcome.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't see that coming. Dom will beat Vikingo and will get the IC title back. That's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. I don't like that, though. Like, I really don't, man. Like, I hate the fact they put the title on Dirty Dom and he barely defended the damn thing. It's kind of annoying, if you ask me. And what really bothers me the most, I think, guys, is that WWE, with the way they go about picking who wears the titles and who wins the title matches, it really ticks me off. Like, Julia has no reason whatsoever to be the Women's United States Champion. She can't do a promo, and her wrestling, honestly, I thought was pretty good, but it has not been really good over the last couple of matches that I've seen with her in the ring. And honestly, I thought the same thing with Dirty Dom. Now, Dom is very good. He is really good in the ring. He's a very good promo guy in front of the camera and one of the top heels in the WWE. But the fact that you just have him carrying around the title, not defending it, but maybe a handful of times in the past few years in the 2 title reigns that he's had, honestly, I think it's annoying. I really do, guys. Blaze Machine says my future wife, Raquel Rodriguez. And yeah, you're right about that, Keith. I think Finn's contract is up with the Judgment Day. Yep. I didn't know if JD McDonough was going to join along with the Judgment Day, but it looks like he has. And Finn Balor is no more no more a member of the Judgment Day after this brutal attack here tonight on WWE Monday Night Raw. Gotta feel bad for Balor just a little bit, man. Just a little bit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Danhausen's curse on chat, or excuse me, El Grande Americano could be what kept him out. Yeah, Blaze Machine, I was really surprised when they moved Julie up the way they did. Honestly, I think she definitely should still be in NXT, and she'd be doing pretty good in NXT right now, I think, as well. Okay, guys, so reading this officially here, guys, it looks like Bayley will take on AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship next week on Raw, so that won't be a WrestleMania match, so we'll have to see how that sort of goes here.
Maybe you are just a spoiled little...
And Finn Balor saying those words to Dominic, and that's when things took a turn. As Finn Balor sticks up for himself, and it was JD McDonough who ended up turning his back on his former friend and choosing between Finn Balor and the Judgment Day.
Dominic Mysterio with that hammer in hand that he wanted to use last week, that he wanted JD McDonough to give to him, and now a loaded boot with the hammer, the 619 to Balor, and at this point, Balor is defenseless.
Balor was out cold, but just for good measure, 2 frog splashes, the second onto his steel chair, executed by Dirty Dominic Mysterio on former Judgment Day member Finn Balor.
You have hit the ground running. What you did in the chamber at your age now, are you kidding me? Unheard of.
I appreciate you.
2026 will be a huge year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I ain't gonna let you down.
I know you will.
Yeah?
Hey, enjoy your week.
The week?
Keep it bouncy for me.
The rest of the week?
Bouncy.
The week off?
Say less. Hey, yo, Javon, man.
Hey, you think we forgot about Atlanta?
Oh.
Nah, lad, we don't forget about.
Hold on,
What?
Braxton, hold on, man.
What?
Let me talk to the kid, man. Can you give us a minute?
You want me to leave?
Bro, what's the problem? Give us a minute, bro.
Okay.
Hey, man. Look, I think we got off on the wrong foot the other week, okay? Woods got injured, Offset was completely out of line, and I got offended, I got mad, and I took it out on you, and I'm sorry, bro. The fact of the matter is that, like, I see a lot of myself in what you're doing right now, man. You remind me of a young me. Back in the day, I used to be that kid that came in with all these new moves, doing things that nobody else could do. You know what I'm saying? And I took that momentum and that potential, and I became the WWE champion. Javon, that could be you, bro. I believe that, man. The thing is that you just gotta have the right team around you. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you, but come on, Coach.
Look,
you
look,
know,
look, hey, look. You don't have to answer right now, okay? You don't have to answer right now. All I'm saying is that I know you got dreams, and you don't have to do it alone. Know what I'm saying?
I got you. Got you.
Think about it, man. That's all I'm saying.
I'm backstage with Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. Bailey, congratulations. I am so happy for you. You are officially the #1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship after winning tonight's
Way to go,
gauntlet
Bailey.
match. This is a huge opportunity, and it's happening next week. How pumped are you?
I am pumped. I first, kudos to you. I couldn't have done it without you. I mean, maybe I could have, but did you see her flying the camera? Like, I think Oscar and Curry forgot that this bird got wings because she flew right in.
You're in the cool, dude.
Yeah,
I'm in the cool.
I appreciate you being there for me.
No,
So thank you.
seriously though, you absolutely should be the next Women's Intercontinental Champion.
I appreciate that. Next week is huge. I mean, somebody like AJ Lee, she's obviously a legend and somebody that we've all looked up to. And if it weren't for her, a lot of us would not be here right now. So it's going to be an honor to step into the ring with her. As one of my very good friends in this business, it's just a title that I haven't been able to win yet. And it's one that I've been wanting to win since it's come out. I've been in big matches for it, and I cannot wait next week to get my hands on it. And once I win that championship, I love you, AJ. Maybe we can run it back if you want another shot. You could be first in line. What do you think? Maybe. We'll talk about it later. We're going to celebrate, right? Yep. Fire up.
Very evil, very nice, says Joshua.
Oh, congrats.
And a good interview there between Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, or maybe an awkward interview? I don't know. Uh-oh, but ladies and gentlemen, our next match is scheduled for one fall, and whoo, is this one gonna be a banger? And introducing first, he is Oba Femi! As the ruler makes his way to the ring for this next match here on Monday Night Raw. Oba! Yeah, Jeffrey, look, man, as much as I love Sasha Banks when she was in WWE, the way she left on those terms, don't expect Sasha Banks back in WWE anytime soon. And same thing with Moxley.
Ladies and gentlemen, after destroying Johnny Gargano this past Friday night on SmackDown, the free agent Oba Femi heads into his first match ever on Monday Night Raw. He meets Rusev next.
And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't 100% certain, but it does look like here that Oba Femi will be having his first match here on Monday Night Raw. All right, appreciate you guys hanging out with us here today. Jeffrey, Joshua, Blaze Machine, how we doing? Charles, welcome to the chat. Yeah, unfortunately for Finn Balor, he's got no friends right now back in that locker room, and that is very disappointing for him, especially because now it looks like Finn Balor will no longer be with the Judgment Day after they had a falling out here earlier on Monday Night Raw, and JD McDonough chose the side of the Judgment Day as him and Dirty Dom, with the help of Liv and Raquel, take out Finn Balor here on Monday Night Raw. So not very exciting, not a lot of help for Finn Balor. You know what I'm saying? There we go, there we go. All right, appreciate everybody hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, not too bad, guys. Let's get I think this might be our last match. So, might as well start a poll. All right, guys, don't forget to pick your winner for the next match on WWE Raw. All right, guys, the poll is up. Don't forget. I think he's going back to being the Demon. Oh, Charles, wouldn't that be so awesome? Really, what I'm looking forward to is something that we just kind of confirmed here. It looks like we will see Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania. I am loving that match right there, guys. I would love to see the Demon come back for Finn Balor.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's WWE Raw is brought to you by DoorDash. All the fanfare Oba Femi has been getting in the past few months.
Oba gonna throw Rusev like a pinata? Maybe.
General Manager Adam Pearce's attention.
Maybe.
He also has a score to settle, Corey, because back at the Royal Rumble match, Oba Femi, who entered #1 and eliminated 5 people, among those he eliminated Rusev. That fact has drawn the ire of Rusev tonight after an encounter last week where Oba got the better of the Lion of Bulgaria, but we are about to see an old-school heavyweight throwdown tonight in Seattle. And I dare say this is the biggest test yet of the young career of Oba Femi. No doubt about it. Rusev, the former United States champion. Rusev has been in the ring with a who's who, some of the greatest of all time, John Cena included. Meanwhile, Oba Femi made his debut 3 years ago. He came out of the University of Alabama as a one-time outdoor, 2-time indoor SEC shot put champion. Part of the Next in Line program here in WWE, the first NIL athlete to actually win a title in WWE, and now goes toe-to-toe.
And the bell is underway as Oba Femi takes on Rusev. And both of these behemoth of men take their time for this matchup here. And Rusev on the attack, and both of these men with the clothesline, and now clubby blows from both men as they just stand there and take it. And now the right hands exchanged by both men here, just throwing down. And now Oba Femi in control, but the big knee to the gut, not once but 3 times by Rusev. And now Oba, the ruler, in some trouble in the corner. Rusev showing off the skills here. And Oba able to counter, throwing Rusev with power in the ring in the corner, and a big uppercut connects. And now that splash, but Rusev answers with a splash of his own. And now Oba, oh, with the boot to Rusev off the ropes.
These two dudes just
And Rusev now in trouble, and oh, the clothesline there is both the ruler and Oba, or excuse me, the ruler Oba and Rusev fall outside the ring. And now, the chop to the throat, not once but twice, but 3 times there by Rusev. And now Oba able to counter. Rusev goes right into the steel steps. So Femi able to counter every single counter from Rusev thus far.
And Femi sends Rusev back into
it
the
is
ring.
A possibility, guys.
Break up the count.
Oh, and what a big kick to the back of the head of Oba Femi. And a right hand as well from Rusev. And continuing with those right hands. And now, Oba Femi. And Rusev there with the counter, throwing the head of Oba into the steel post. And now the spinning heel kick connects to Oba Femi. And Rusev is fired up.
And Rusev quickly back
now into the ring. Oba, still on his feet after that clothesline. And now a big kick as well. Oba just taking it. Another kick to the head there. Rusev in control.
And now Femi, though.
But Femi grabs the throw to Rusev. Rusev able to counter, though. And the big kick connects. And now Oba could be in trouble. Rusev in the corner. And Oba explodes out of the corner with a big uppercut. Picks up Rusev and tosses him across the ring. And now the ruler's in control. And now looking for the pop-up. Sit-out powerbomb. The cover here. And your winner in this matchup is Oba Femi!
A shining example of
and what a big uppercut is that connected there. Oba able to throw and toss Rusev like a rag doll across the ring. And Oba able to put away Rusev with that sit-out powerbomb. And an excellent victory there for Oba Femi. And Liv is the best out of all of them, says Charles. And Dominic's going to be jealous over Liv in the near future. Absolutely, Charles. A very good prediction there.
40 days away from WrestleMania 42, the two-night extravaganza live from Las Vegas on April 18th and 19th, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. On Saturday night 1, the first hour will be live on ESPN2. With night 2's first hour live on ESPN proper. Full coverage on both nights will be on the ESPN app with ESPN Unlimited. Catch WrestleMania for the first time ever on ESPN. And we are indeed on the road to WrestleMania. How impressive is Oba Femi? Unbelievable. The bringer of war is as advertised. Femi's going to be a force here in WWE for a long time. Next week, Monday Night Raw, it's a home game for me. We stop in San Antonio, Texas, and what a card we have on hand. The Beast returns. Brock Lesnar.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar will be in the building for Monday Night Raw next week in San Antonio, Texas. Woo!
Also next week, Bayley, who won the gauntlet match earlier tonight, will take on AJ Lee for the women's.
That's right, guys. The Women's Intercontinental Championship will be on the line as AJ Lee defends it against Bayley next Monday night on Raw.
Once and for all, as the original El Grande Americano goes one-on-one with El Grande Americano next week on Netflix. And what kind of a mood is the OTC?
Oh boy.
The Royal Rumble winner, Roman Reigns, gonna
And we'll also see Roman Reigns next Monday on Raw.
Comments from the world champ CM Punk last week. Roman Reigns is live on the road to WrestleMania. And speaking of the world champ,
and ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, he is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk! of personality. Leaning deep. Cult of personality. Personality. A cult of personality.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk!
CM Punk, the world champ, is here live. Next.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for another commercial break here on Monday Night Raw, just want to give a big thank you to everybody who's hanging out here on the channel. Yeah, I think CM Punk is a little overblown. I wasn't expecting Punk to get a world title reign in his comeback here to WWE, but hey, it's working out pretty good as far as the storyline goes. I do think Roman Reigns, though, is beating CM Punk at WrestleMania. That's just kind of my early prediction there with that one. All right, guys, just waiting to get back here on the channel. We got a couple more minutes before we hear from CM Punk.
Glory. Grab it all.
Oh, hell yeah!
Including new and exclusive merch from Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's WWE Shop's biggest sale of the year.
You know, WWE 2K Universe is already tearing up in early access, and Season 1 of the Ringside Pass is officially underway, with new superstars from AAA entering the fray. With the largest roster in franchise history, brand new match types, and a revamped universe mode, it's time to call every shot. WWE 2K26, the show never stops. WWE 2K26 goes on sale this Friday. Pre-order WWE 2K26 today and get early access. Hey, the world champ CM Punk's in the ring, one of the great main events in WrestleMania history, coming in 40 nights.
The best in the world will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against the OTC, the Royal Rumble winner, Roman Reigns. Wow, okay, I was a little bit wrong. I was unsure what the temperature in the room was going to be regarding me.
Not really good, Punk.
Oh,
It's really
to hell
not.
with it. Is it great to be alive? on a Monday night in Seattle or what?
Maybe. I agree with you there, Charles.
I think I know how to get you an octave higher. How about them Seahawks? Gosh, I thought some of you were going to be mad at me. There's some people that are upset about some things that I said last week. One thing in particular I heard was categorized as disrespectful. So I don't know. You seem to love me. One thing I do know is that Roman Reigns has never respected me, not once in his entire career.
TC, OTC, OTC, OTC.
I don't know. Hold your breath. You might show up. Roman Reigns has never respected me, but I will force him to respect the position I hold. Championships, titles in this business are made to find out who the best is. Championships and titles in sports are made to find out who the best is, and those best go on to defend their titles, and they defend their championships. This title in particular was created because Roman Reigns shunned his championship responsibilities and he refused to defend his titles. But I defend mine. I defend this title because I'm proud of it. I defend this title because you deserve a fighting champion.
Well, thank you, Punk.
I defend this title. I level it up. I level up the competition. If you stand in the ring across from CM Punk, you have to level up physically and damn sure verbally, because if you don't, I will leave you dumbfounded and slack-jawed like I did Roman Reigns last week. I level this place up.
Okay.
But unfortunately, this has been on my mind all week. Unfortunately, last week, I lowered myself to Roman Reigns' level.
What? I didn't expect that. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, interrupting the World Heavyweight Champion, it's none other than the Usos! What's up, Doomsday? Thank you. Has Raw been any good tonight? Yeah, pretty much. It's been okay. Not as good as last week, but thank you for the $2 super chat, Doomsday.
So instrumental in that
right, Charles?
Historic.
And you can see both Jimmy and Jay very upset as they head into the ring here.
Current tag team champions.
Thank you, Doomsday. Appreciate you with the $2 super chat. It's been a pretty good Raw, but we'll hear what the Usos got to say.
Hey, Punk, we need you to apologize right now. Apologize right now, Wolf.
Dang, Jimmy's intense, or I should say Jay's intense right now.
Why is Roman still sending his cousins out here in the ring to do his heavy lifting?
Hey, look. He ain't sent nobody out here to do nothing. Came out here by damn self, Boots. You better apologize right now, punk.
This got absolutely nothing to do with Roman Reigns, but everything to do with respect. It's the exact reason why we're standing out here tonight in the middle of this ring face to face. Because you know what, Phil? I got a whole lot of respect for you. I really do. I really do. I got so much respect for you because of the kind of character you are, brother. You say what's on your mind. You speak from the heart. If there's an obstacle in front of you, you ain't trying to go around it, under it, over. You run right through it, and I respect that. Mainly because you call yourself the voice of the voiceless. And you know what, man? You can speak trash about Roman all you want to, but what you did last week was disrespect our late uncle who has no voice. So apologize.
Getting heated in here, folks.
You're right. Your brother's coming in a little bit hot. But you're right. Sika doesn't have a voice. And I'm not spiritual, but we're friends. And I know you are. Do you believe he can hear me right now? Can he hear us? Okay, then I hope he hears this. And I hope you're listening. Because we're friends, and your entire family and me go back a long way, a lot longer than a lot of people realize. I respect Sika. I didn't know him as well as I knew his brother, Afa. When I lived in Philadelphia, I would drive to Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I'm not saying I worked for free, because Afa was always generous to give me some gas money or a hot plate of food or a roof under my head when I needed it. I was paid in knowledge sitting under the wild Samoans learning tree. I babysat Lance while the shows were going on. It was a thrill for young me to get to sit in the back of a pickup truck with the legendary Sammy, and have him drop knowledge on me. I respect everybody in your family, and everybody in your family in return has shown me nothing but respect, except that one son of a bitch.
Ooh.
Now, if you think Sika heard that, then you believe he can see. And if you believe he can see, I know he sees exactly what I see. And that is what a lying, conniving, backstabbing, manipulative, gaslighting, egotistical, narcissistic, plastic politician his son Roman Reigns is.
Man, he still don't get it. No, Squash said still don't get it. This ain't about Roman Reigns. We need you to say, I'm sorry.
Jimmy and Jay getting intense here, guys. Will CM Punk apologize? I don't know. And the crowd getting into it now, dude. Say you're sorry. Yeah. Woo! Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. That's all we want. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry Roman Reigns treated the two of you and the rest of his family and the bloodline like garbage for years and never once came out here publicly to apologize for the way he treated his family that he loves. I'm sorry that Roman Reigns disrespected one of my mentors, the great American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the father of my friend Cody, when he called him irrelevant and is somehow not on the hook for apologizing, but I am. I'm sorry, Usos. I'm sorry that Roman Reigns has tricked you and the rest of the Samoan family and all these people and everybody watching around the world that he gives a single damn about any of you or any of this, because if he did, if he cared about you or the people or me or this company or this business, I'd be standing in the ring talking to him right now instead of his young boys.
And now shoving going on. Oh, and a big right hand by Jimmy Uso. And it knocks down the World Heavyweight Champion as the Usos now leave the arena. And what a crazy way to end Monday Night Raw. Yikes. Not one of the better promos there to end the show. But it does look like we're going to have ourselves some confrontation next week when we do see Roman Reigns return to Monday Night Raw. And wow, guys, what an incredible Monday Night Raw it has been. We did see our first ever, we did see our first women's gauntlet match here on Monday Night Raw for the first time in over 4 years, where we've seen 6 different women go at it to determine who the new #1 contender would be for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And it was Bayley who was able to defeat Asuka, one of the last opponents to enter the women's gauntlet match, as we will see Bayley go one-on-one next week with AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship on Monday Night Raw. After that, guys, we did see El Grande Americano, not the original El Grande Americano, have an IC Championship match, as we've seen the new Men's Intercontinental Champion Penta defend his title for the first time here on Monday Night Raw, and it was an incredible matchup where Penta was able to survive and win the match. Now, a lot of questions are happening around El Grande Americano and the original. As we seen backstage, the original El Grande Americano ran into none other than Danhausen, who cursed him, and because he did that, that could be the reason why we didn't see the original El Grande Americano in this championship match. Now, we did see Rayo and Bravo, unfortunately, following the original El Grande Americano, so they've probably got something to do with that, but it has been made official. Next week on Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, we will see the original El Grande Americano go one-on-one with El Grande Americano, as we maybe finally have a determination on who's who and which one's actually El Grande Americano and who isn't El Grande Americano. I'm not sure, but it's definitely getting confusing, but we will see these two go at it one-on-one next week on WWE Monday Night Raw. And not only that, guys, next week we will hear from 2 of the best in WWE. That's right, as we'll see next week, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, will be in the building for WWE Monday Night Raw in San Antonio, Texas next week. And I can only imagine what he will have to say, whether or not Paul Heyman is with him or not. I do think it's very interesting to see who is going to answer the open challenge at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar, all All signs are pointing to Oba Femi, but we'll have to wait and see what happens if those two beasts actually collide on the grandest stage of them all. I think that matchup at WrestleMania would be one of the best on the card if they're able to make it happen. But we'll find out what Brock has to say next week on Monday Night Raw. And not only that, guys, we will see the OTC Roman Reigns next week on Monday Night Raw, and it will be an incredible performance and preview there, as we'll get to hear from Roman Reigns after what happened last week and how we ended Monday Night Raw here tonight. And guys, in a big matchup that we seen earlier today, I tell you what, guys, I'm excited to see where the El Grande versus El Grande Americano match happen for next week, as we go over here, making sure we don't miss anything. Covering here on Tim Reynolds Show. And that's right, guys, as we see to kick off things here on Monday Night Raw, we did see the Vision come out and confront Adam Pearce, who got to meet up with Seth Rollins, but Rollins was surrounded by a bunch of men in black hoods and masks, and that was able to help Seth Rollins blend in after the Vision showed up after General Manager Adam Pearce tried to get some order to start Monday Night Raw here, but unfortunately, he would not get order here as the Vision had their own plans. They were trying to attack Seth Rollins, but Rollins was able to evade and avoid any attack whatsoever with his lackeys, or I should say teammates, or whoever they are. They're all in the hoods, distracting the Vision as he was able to escape. But we did see LA Knight come out and have a really big problem with the Vision as he attacks Logan Paul and Austin Theory. But he would be overwhelmed with the numbers game until we would see the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, come out to help out the megastar as the World Tag Team Champions came and attacked the Vision and helped out LA Knight. And then we would see Jimmy and Jay later in the evening as well, after a bunch of these matches here tonight. And guys, we also seen possibly the last time that we will have Finn Balor in the Judgment Days. We seen a falling out earlier tonight on Monday Night Raw as Dirty Dominic Mysterio would attack Finn Balor and Balor would retaliate, but then his friend JD McDonough would make his decision, choosing to stick with the Judgment Day as he attacks Finn Balor and helps out Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and with the help of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the Judgment Day would take out Finn Balor here tonight on Monday Night Raw. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the future with this particular faction. And then, guys, to end Monday Night Raw, we would see the Usos confront the World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk after the disrespectful rhetoric and promo he had last week with Roman Reigns. But this would come to a head as we see Jimmy would land a right hand on CM Punk, who refused to apologize the proper way, and still calling out not only the Uso family, but also Roman Reigns himself. And now we could see next week things collide, especially with the OTC in the building in San Antonio, Texas. But we'll have to see what happens next week on Monday Night Raw, which should be a very stacked card. Next week on Monday Night Raw, guys, we will see the original El Grande Americano go one-on-one with El Grande Americano. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that works out for him. And then also, guys, we will see next week on Monday Night Raw the Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line as AJ Lee defends her title for the first time since becoming IC champion, and she will defend against Bayley, who won the Women's Gauntlet match here on Monday Night Raw to earn that #1 contendership. And now we'll see if Bayley can become the Women's Intercontinental Champion. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with that matchup next week. We also will hear from the Beast Brock Lesnar on Monday Night Raw, and we'll also hear from the OTC, the Men's 2026 Royal Rumble winner, next week on Monday Night Raw, as Roman Reigns probably has a lot to say after what has took place over the last few weeks, especially with CM Punk disrespecting his family and the Usos coming out here on Monday Night Raw tonight to confront the World Heavyweight Champion. Will Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso have a match match next week, possibly against CM Punk or maybe just Jimmy. I gotta tell you, Jimmy Uso looked very intimidating, with Jey Uso definitely angry and upset with what CM Punk had to say the week prior, but Jimmy was the one that landed the right-handed punch that knocked down the World Heavyweight Champion to end Monday Night Raw here tonight, and I gotta tell you, that has me excited looking forward to next week on Monday Night Raw. So thank you, wrestling fans and everybody hanging out here for one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now let's go, and hope to see you guys next week for WWE Monday Night Raw live play-by-play right here on Tim Reynolds Show. Guys, don't forget, tomorrow we will be going live for WWE NXT, and guys, I did have a live stream set up after this Monday Night Raw to talk about NFL free agency, but we're going to go ahead and push that to tomorrow and hopefully get a lot more deals to talk about with you guys as we get ready to live stream tomorrow night. Thank you guys so much for showing so much love and support here on the channel. I really do appreciate you guys. Yo, Planet Shark, what's going on, man? I feel bad for you. Mike Evan left the Buccaneers. Dude, I'm so sad about it, dude. I could cry about it, honestly, man. I'm that diehard of a Bucs fan, but appreciate you, Keith. What's going on, Joshua? Thank you guys so much for hanging out here. Doomsday, that recap, Raw recap is for you here on Tim Reynolds Show and for everybody else. And thank you, wrestling fans, and thank you, WWE Universe, for hanging out here on this live play-by-play for WWE Monday Night Raw. Thank you, guys. Peace out, everybody, and we'll see you next time here on Tim Reynolds Show.